Hello everyone, Root Beer here with another question from our 2010 Grade 7 Gauss contest. This time it will be the question number 16. Okay, and it's a magic square question. Not speaking right at the start of this video, that bodes well. It's a magic square question, and in a magic square, all rows, columns, and diagonals have the same sum. It's a nice feature of magic squares, a very, very basic one. In case you've never seen them before, they're kind of neat. Little 3x3 grid. They don't always have to be 3x3. You can get 4x4s and 5x5s. Oh, there's lots you can do with magic squares. But a really nice, really simple, basic one is this one right here. 6, 7, 3, 8. And every row, column, and the big diagonals here, they all add up to 15, which is really nifty. Okay, so what we've got here is a magic square, and it uses all the integers from -6 to +2. What's the value of y? It uses all the numbers from -6 to -2. I just used the numbers from 1 to 9. So if you knew this magic square, I think you probably could just subtract 7 from every entry in here. But let's pretend we didn't know that. And it may not work. I'm pretty sure it'll work. But let's pretend we didn't know that. What could we do? Well, with magic square questions, it usually involves what I like to call diagram chasing. You're going to chase numbers around. In geometry questions, we tend to chase angles around things. And so we slowly learn new things, and that helps us unlock, in this case, more squares of our big magic square. Okay, so we'll start off down here. I may have to continue on to another page. We'll start off down here. So we've got y. I'm going to highlight in sort of this orangey color. So y is what I want to fill in. Okay. And then I think -4 was over here. 1 was above it, -3, and -5. Okay. Now, I've got one complete row, and usually this is something that will happen, is you'll get one complete row, one complete column. But usually on a contest, you'll be given one complete something. And so that'll tell you, okay, if I add these up, 1 plus -4 plus -3, that's going to be 1 minus 7, that's going to be -6. That tells me what the sum of my magic square is. So every row and every column has this. So now what we usually do is just sort of pick other rows and columns that are almost there, almost complete, but not quite. Like this bottom row has -3 plus something plus -5. And that's got to be equal to -6, because it's the same sum in every row and column and diagonal. Okay, so we could bring the -3 and the -5 to the other side. And we'll get 2. So, okay, we know where 2 goes. 2 goes right here. Okay. So that's something that we could do. Now, if you want to do this question as fast as possible, that's not actually the best way to go about it. But, it was just a little example there. The fastest way to go about doing this question would be to find the -6, and then get this middle square here, using this diagonal. That's what I'm about to do. And then having that square and this 3, we can then figure out the y by looking at the other big diagonal. Okay, that's the fastest way to go about the question. I might just spend a little time at the end of the video filling in the rest of this. But, okay. 1 plus the middle square, we might call him big X, instead of constantly using a question mark over and over again. So 1 plus big X minus 5 has got to be -6. So we bring the 5 over, 1 plus big X has got to be -1. Bring the 1 over, big X has got to be -2. Okay. So we can fill him in, -2. All right, and now we don't actually need the fact that they tell us -6 through -2 are used. I think that's if you know magic squares, you can do it really quickly, because I don't need to use that fact anywhere here. But now we've got negative 3 minus 2 plus y should be negative 6. So just adding along the other diagonal. Negative 3 plus negative 2, which is really negative 3 minus 2. Okay, so negative 3 minus 2, that's negative 5. Bring that over to the other side. We get negative 1, so y is negative 1. Okay. So if that's negative 1, I'm just going to really quickly fill the rest of this in. We're going to have 0 here, and we're going to have negative 6 up here. Okay, and that fills everything in, and we do have negative 6 through 2. But y is negative 1, and that's what we were asked for. So negative 1, that's going to be an answer of A. So there we go. Very nice little magic square question. And up next, of course, question number 17. I will see you for that in the next video.